312 of the IRC talks about guards. Anything that 30 inches above grade is going to require a guard, whether that be a deck guard or that be some type of a guard for stairs. 4 or more risers, you're going to need a graspable handrail, so you're going to need a guard anyway, which would put you above the 30 inches. But the IRC states that anything at 30 inches or higher requires a guard. Now, the typical guard that you'd find on a deck has to be a minimum of 36 inches from the surface of the deck to the top of the guard. If the top of the guard on a stairway is serving also as the graspable handrail, it has to be a minimum of 34 inches and a maximum of 38 inches, same as it would be for a handrail itself. So where that's serving as the handrail, it has to meet the same requirements that you find in a handrail: 34 minimum, 38 maximum from the nosing to the top of the handrail. Any openings in the guard itself cannot be greater than 4 inches, so you cannot pass a 4-inch sphere through any openings in the guard or any openings under the guard or to the side of the guard. So it has to be less than 4 inches. You can't pass a 4-inch sphere into that opening. So that 4-inch sphere that can't pass through a standard guard, they make it a little bit larger, and they say you shall not be able to pass a 4 3/8 inch sphere through a stairway guard. And then also that triangular opening that's formed by the bottom of the stairway guard, the code says that you shall not be able to pass a 6-inch sphere through that opening. Okay, to sum it up with this slide that I have up now, the maximum rise is 7 3/4 inches according to the IRC. And again, check with your local and state codes on this, because some states might be different. 7 3/4 is the maximum rise, and there can't be more than a 3/8 inch difference between the highest and the lowest rise. The tread, the minimum tread width is 10 inches. And again, that 3/8 inch difference comes into play there. There can't be a greater than 3/8 inch difference between the widest and the narrowest of that tread. The ceiling height, or that angle coming down, the minimum is 6 feet 8 inches. So from the nosing of the tread to that ceiling coming down, it has to have a minimum of 6 feet 8 inches head clearance room. As far as the nosing on the tread, has to be a minimum, if it's a 10-inch tread, a minimum of 3/4 of an inch and a maximum of 1 1/4 inches. The handrail has to return to a newel post or return to the wall. It's got to be a minimum of 1.5 inches from the wall and a maximum of 4.5 from the wall on either side of the stairwell.